Hey guys, so today I'm going to be taking a look at NIO stock, and one of the main reasons why I was actually watching them this week is because they received a bunch of good news, and another thing is that they actually are lining up very well with some technical analysis fundamentals that kind of show what might be happening in the future of the company, and I want to share that with you guys today. So the first thing that I want to show you is this company's earnings. Now, they have been producing higher and higher earnings, and their sales in China and even in other countries are doing extremely well. You can see from this earnings graph that they've been consistently gaining and gaining, and they've sold almost 50,000 cars just in China alone. So that's going to be pretty substantial here in kind of showing that this company is sort of established, and they're not just something in the EV sector like Nikola or like Workhorse that people are just running up to any sort of value because of the hype around Tesla. Now, we've seen a lot of other plays in this industry, like I said, Nikola and Workhorse, kind of rocket off after we've seen Tesla do their stock split and after we've seen Tesla hit a monster valuation and almost $2,000 a share around a month ago. So that's going to be one of the main things pushing up these EV stocks. But I feel like NIO is different because they have their own market share and they have a proven product, six models of cars actually that they've sold in the past. And this is going to be pretty substantial in showing that this company is established and showing that this company is not just a fluke. They're not just the next Nikola, and there potentially could be a monster electric vehicle brand in China. So that's going to be the main thing that I want to talk about, is that this company already sold cars before. So it's nothing like Nikola where they're just rolling a car down a hill and claiming that it's self-propelled. So it really is a company that sells electric vehicle cars and is looking to compete with monsters such as Tesla in this industry. So that's going to be pretty critical in showing that their price is well deserved and that they're going to be able to possibly hold it up into the future. Now, another thing that actually happened today was that their stock received a lot of praise from Deutsche Bank, and Deutsche Bank actually set a price target on their stock for around $24. And you can see that just last week or around a week ago, they were sitting at $17, and now they're all the way up at around 21. So what this means for the company is almost a 25% increase in their share price just in the matter of 2 days from this valuation. And what was said in this valuation is that Deutsche Bank actually believes that this company is up and coming. They believe that they have a strong financial and fundamental model, and they're going to be able to produce more cars into the future than what is even expected right now. So that's going to be pretty critical in showing that the price of this company is undervalued at the moment. And that's one of the main reasons why we've actually seen such a huge run over the last few days. Now, like I said, we have a lot of technical analysis to get into, and they are fitting very, very well into these trading patterns that we've been trying to look for as traders and that I've been trying to teach you guys to analyze over the last few months of this channel. So the main thing that I want to say is that NIO on the 4-hour chart is in this very strong upwards trading channel, and that's going to be pretty critical to kind of know whether or not they can continue to the upside or if they're going to see a lot more resistance here in the short run. Now, I was watching them around the $10 valuation, and what I told you guys is that until we see some kind of news come out about this stock, I think that they are largely overvalued at the $15 level. And you can see that they did actually sell off from this level, not very strongly, but they did sell off. And that's going to be one of the main components to why they are running up so strongly, is because the price is so cheap right now. Now, I've completely done a 180 on my opinion on NIO. I learned a lot more about the company, and I feel like they have a lot of potential to become an EV giant, not only in China, but in other countries around the world, because of the fact that their cars are so reliable, so cheap, and they are a big competitor of Tesla with a car that is already ready to come out on the market, and they already have come out on the market and are potentially looking to release another model soon. So that's going to be the critical part for me in kind of deciding whether or not NIO is a buy or sell at the moment. And another thing is that you can see that they respect these channels going in the upwards direction, but they also respect these diagonal channels, these horizontal channels, sorry. And it's going to be very critical to see where the price support and resistance is when kind of deciding whether or not the position you're in or potentially considering is going to be a strong trade or a weak position. So like I said before, they're in this upwards trading channel, but they had previously a lot of resistance around this 1550 level, and you can see that they came up once, twice, and once they broke this level, they absolutely rocketed up to the $21 level and haven't been able to break that ever since. Now, they've tried once, twice, and since then have just been trading downwards, but you can see that the $15 level is very much respected, and you're probably not going to be able to get this stock for less than $15 in the future. Now, additionally, another key sign for the technical analysis side of things is that they also respected this upwards trading channel. You can see that the moment they touched the channel, they had huge buying pressure come into the market as the NIO bulls kind of stepped in. And these parts right here are going to be critical to see. When you see melted candles like this, it kind of indicates that there is a huge amount of support or resistance at this certain price. Now, the same situation was happening over here when we did have the $21 level, but not as strongly as to the bottom side. And what that kind of might show you is that there is a lot more upwards pressure on this stock than downwards in the short run. So that's going to be pretty critical when you're considering a position to the upside, and especially a position on a company where there's a lot of speculation and a lot of hype surrounding the industry. And it's going to be very critical that you know you are in a good position so that you can have confidence in your own trades here. So right now, what I'm seeing on NIO is that they are towards the upper side of this upwards trading channel, and additionally, they are reaching the resistance point here that we've seen in the past few weeks as being the point where NIO can't really break out. Now, on the 4-hour chart, you can see that this is where we see the melted candles, but on NIO's 4-hour chart here in the last few days, we haven't seen the same type of selling pressure that we saw in the last few weeks. So that's going to be pretty strong indication that NIO is seeing a lot of upwards pressure at the moment, and that this buy rating is going to be built different than the rest of the other news that this company might have received in the past. Now, Deutsche Bank is a huge investment bank, and that's one of the main reasons why people respect their opinion. And I just want to show you how big of a breakout this is for the company. Now, this was the bottom that I identified, and I'm just going to remove it so it doesn't really get in the way. But like I said, in the last week, I've been watching NIO, and this was the start of their run around $16, like I said at the bottom. And you can see that I was identifying a small breakout here on the stock, and I wasn't able to catch this breakout because right now I'm doing a small trading challenge on my account, $50 to 1K, which you should check out. We're actually up almost 100% at $100 right now, so that's pretty exciting. But yeah, guys, so you can see that NIO has been breaking out consistently over the last few days. Just over here, I can see another breakout moment where they actually ran up very, very strongly after breaking out. And honestly, this is going to be a clear sign that the stock is in an upwards direction. There's a lot of buyers coming into the market, and the momentum is not done on this stock. You can see that just today, they had a bounce almost $1.50. And after that, they came into this small wedge here and then ripped up, absolutely ripped up again, and are even trading higher in the after hours. You can see that they're up almost 50%, or sorry, 15 cents and 1%. So that's going to be pretty critical in kind of knowing whether or not NIO is a buy for tomorrow or a sell. Now, another thing that's happening tonight is these presidential debates, and there's going to be a lot of news and a lot of talk about what the US is doing with China and how we're going to proceed with relations with China. Now, if we do come out very, very strongly and say we hate China, they're our enemy, then I feel like this company might see some kind of a sell-off similar to what we saw with JD or Baba in the same week. But if we come out and we say that we're trying to strengthen relations and maybe even consider bringing some of those products or ideas over to the US, then I feel that this could be another great moment for NIO stock to continue trading higher. Now, like I said, on the 1-hour chart, they're looking very, very strong on the 4-hour chart as well. And you can see that right now they are above this resistance and just kind of consolidating right now, which is a great sign when a stock consolidates that there might be a second run coming. So that's why I personally am now looking at NIO to the upside, and I'm looking for them to kind of reach around this $25, $24 level, which is going to be the top range of this channel before even considering any trades to the downside. If you are a NIO bear, regardless of what you think at the moment, you have to realize that this stock is in a huge upwards direction. They have a lot of potential into the future, and you're going to want to make sure you're coming in at a great time to to sell the stock if you are a bear. If you just sell them right now, well, potentially you could see a $5 or $6 loss to the upside while other people are gaining from a stock. Now, you can't let your emotions get in the way of your actual analysis and technical trading. And if you try to focus on what's actually happening on the stock, as far as volume, as far as RSI, as far as this huge move to the upside that we've seen over the last few days, you're going to be able to see that this stock has a lot more upwards potential than downwards, and probably going to break this $21 level tomorrow. And like I said, especially depending on what happens with the presidential debate tonight. So just keep a close eye out on this stock, guys. I think their run is not over. There's a lot of great opportunities in the EV sector, especially with Nikola to the downside. And there's also going to be a lot of opportunities to potentially catch other companies such as Workhorse kind of profiting from NIO and Tesla's success here over the last few days. So as always, guys, just keep a close eye out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.